Hey everyone, welcome to episode 30 of the GoGedders Podcast. We are here at MobCraft Brewery with Henry Schwartz, founder of MobCraft, who also made an appearance on Shark Tank not too long ago, where after a slight disagreement with Mr. Wonderful, who walked away. We're going to get into that, and this may be my favorite episode already. Cheers.
Hey, cheers. My entrepreneurial journey began way back in, I think first grade was the first time that I ever did a little bit of commerce. You know, it wasn't necessarily for dollars and cents, but I traded crayons, so that was pretty sweet. And I had a beautiful, 96 color set of crayons, which I did not pay for with money. I told other kids that I would give them a private screening to The Lion King before it came out in theaters.
How'd the private screening go?
I had to give those crayons back. Teachers gave my mother a letter. I guess that was my first lesson in ethics. So from a very young age, it was, okay, great, business fun, but gotta run a good, solid, clean business. So from there, I went on to start dealing skateboards. I was really into skateboarding in 6th grade on. So I bought a bunch of blank skateboards online. We created our own company called Infect and Destroy Skateboards, and we painted our logo on them and then sold them for a couple bucks more than we bought them for. And that kind of spitballed and led into running a skateboard store up in Menominee. So throughout the entirety of college, I actually ran a retail skateboard and snowboard store with all sorts of inventory and customers, and that was kind of that first razzle-dazzle in running my own business. Mm-hmm. So by the time we wanted to build out this facility, then we were looking for that dollar amount that we needed, outside angel investment, looking in that $1 million+ range. They were interested in it, and vetting it as an actual legitimate investment. So we pitched probably 10 panels of investors, and just no after no after no after no. One day we got a call from Shark Tank Casting that they saw our beer on Yahoo Foods and thought our concept was pretty cool. So we filled out the application for the show and eventually made it on, but it was all in that same time frame of pitching investors, probably one every couple weeks.
Yeah. So starting Go Get It, being an entrepreneur, I used to watch Shark Tank all the time. Mm-hmm. That's something I think everyone who starts a business almost dreams of going on. What was it like hearing that phone call, and then what was the actual process like? Any surprises that you didn't expect?
I didn't expect it to be so legit, I guess. I kind of thought it would be more like smoke and mirrors and Hollywood and that kind of stuff, but literally I got there, they're like, those doors are gonna open, there's an X that's 20 steps in front of you, walk to that X, pause for the cameras to focus on your face for 10 seconds and then pitch. And that was how I first met the Sharks. And I never met them afterwards, but it was get there, introduce yourself, give your 1 minute, pre-programmed, you practice this pitch over and over again, and then it was just dialogue for 40 minutes.
And there were mixed reactions to the beer. You kind of,
mm-hmm.
you stayed very positive through the whole thing, and then kind of got into a disagreement with Mr. Wonderful at the end. Mm-hmm. Was that pretty easy to walk away from, or was it oh, here's this guy who has this huge name and millions of dollars. Yep. It's tempting to almost put my vision on the back door and take that.
Well, I knew in our business model, his view of our concept wouldn't have been possible.
Okay.
Take any of the beers that win our voting round. We make a new beer every month. All these are people's ideas, and they have to be created. And if you're going to go into making a beer in a contractual relationship with another brewery, you have to adhere to their timelines. So the beers that we make sometimes take 3 weeks from start to finish. Sometimes they take a year. And there's no way that I could get in a contract brewing relationship and say, oh, the beer that just got decided upon last week that needs to be done in 6 weeks is this. What you asked about the most nerve-wracking thing, going on the show, and it wasn't actually going on the show. It was by the time we got back here and we knew it was going to air, because we didn't know that it was actually going to air until about a week before. So we booked release parties, viewing parties around at all sorts of different bars, and then sitting at the bar, because I'd never seen it, and I got 100 of my friends over at the Brass Tap just south of Milwaukee, waiting to watch Shark Tank, and then the episode comes on. That was the most nerve-wracking part of the whole experience.
All right, final question. Out of everything you've done, mm-hmm. building this, getting on Shark Tank, etc., what business accomplishment would you say you're most proud of, or what element of MobCraft has been most rewarding?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the business, it's all to do with the people. Seeing people who have aspirations to do something fun and exciting achieve something, that's awesome. I mean, to hear kind of like either through the grapevine from a girlfriend of an employee about them coming home and be like, I did this today, it was so awesome. Or just kind of just having, one instance, Kayla and Sam presented something to me today, or not today, like 6 months ago that I never even thought of. And instead of just saying, hey, we should do this, it was like, we did this background research, we figured out that this was the best way to do it, we think this is how we should do it going forward, look at our awesome plan. And then just to see that accomplishment and excitement and thinking up something that, one, I never would have thought of, and pulling it off. So it's definitely the people growing within the company that's the most exciting for me.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming on and sharing your story.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been great having you.
Definitely, likewise. Cheers.